Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to Lift and Uplift episode 3. Today is going to be a good one. We have some daylight, which is good. You'll be able to see me actually. And also just hitting 1 rep max today. We're going to do some floor pressing, max effort method, with some back down sets. And in general, it's going to be an upper body day. So upper. Currently, my split is push, pull, rest, legs, rest, upper, lower. So quite exciting. I'm gonna go through my warm-ups now and I'll talk to you throughout the video. Hope you enjoy. My shoulders aren't necessarily the best, so you'll see me warming them up quite a bit. You'll see me doing these bend dislocations. These bend pull aparts, and in general just like intuitively going with these movements, just getting all these ranges of motions that shoulders have, as they are such a complex joint. So it's very important to warm it up. One of the things that is also important to warm up with doing pressing movement is your back, because you want to have that strong foundation, something to press out of, so everything is tight and ready. So I'm gonna do some warm-ups for that. And what I found works greatly is I'll take the fat grips and attach them to this little cable setup. And here I'll take this, put these fat grips on the T-bar attachment and warm up like that. So there is quite a bit of weight on the bar already, but it's not heavy, or on the pin already, but it's not that heavy. I'm struggling with this. It's not that heavy because I can still get like 20-30 reps, so I'm just gonna get like 10, all to warm up my forearms, as that's very important for elbow health, but also my lats, so everything is super tight. The form is not perfect, and I don't care it to be. It's just as a little warm up for my back and forearms. We're gonna keep the trend going, keep warming up our elbows, our forearms, or my forearms. And the form doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be anything, just this. To keep up the shoulder warm up, we're gonna be doing a bit of these as well, the low raises. The swims. And just a bunch of different movements like that. You don't have to warm up as much as I do, but it feels very good. It gets me ready to feel as smooth as I can when I lift heavy. Last thing I do is to finish warming up my elbows. Just bunch of these extensions with bands. These feel amazing, you know. Alright, now that we're all warmed up, let's get to pressing. Gotta have the natural pre-workout as a train. Black coffee. Turkish style technique, you know. Well, you will not be able to see on the video that much, but it's very different than like your regular Americano or filter coffee. Incredible stuff, guys. Already putting the straps on because I'm back to training MMA. You know, I trained it 3 times this weekend. Yeah, the wrist take a beating, especially for me, you know, kind of small wrist. So strap, already reps time. All right, well, time for these elbow reps. I bought them for €50. I got pair in this like little cheap store. Honestly, they're great. They're thin. They don't give you like a lot of padding, you know, or making the lift easier. But all they do is keep your elbows feeling warm, and it's very healthy, you know, when going lifting a big heavy weights. Especially, like I said, if you have issues like me, you know, with elbows. So we're here for a long time, my friends. Like longevity in training is all there is. You don't want to be 40 and all snapped, you know. You want to keep training until you literally can't move anymore, until you die. That's the goal. So, you know, doing stuff like this is just making sure you're able to do so. So this weight, if I get it, it'll actually be a PR. I never done this amount, but I'm hoping to actually go a bit heavier. We'll see how this rep feels, how it goes. We're gonna give it our best effort. What do you reckon? Do I have 130 in me today? We'll see. Look at the beautiful lightning. The golden hour, as they call it. And the moon. Well, guys, that was something special for sure. It's been a while since I grinded like that. Oh my god. That's what you get for training without a partner, without safety bars, whatever. You lift or you die. Maybe that's the name of the series. Lift and uplift, no, lift and die. Or die. Incredible. Very happy with this, My main goal is to reach 130 kg until the end of the year on regular bench. I mean, this kind of already makes me know I have it because of the little pause at the bottom. I struggle the most getting the weight off chest. My triceps is decent. So with this weight, with the way I have to pause, press from that stop, I think I have it. So we'll still keep working on it and get to 140 soon as well. But 130 is my goal for this year. And then after I hit 130, I'll slightly focus more on the overhead press, hitting 90 kilos on the overhead press. So now it's time for back down sets. There was something wrong with the way I grabbed the bar, so it completely hurt my wrist, but I managed to get 10 as planned. Alright, now for the uplift part. One of the things that I'm sure you're dealing with or have dealt with or just something that has been in your life is reoccurrence of the same or similar problems, even though you believe you have surpassed them. The bad habits in us, the evil in us, however you like to think about these things, it is not so easy as to just switch it off and then every bad thing that you do is done. It's not that our mind can separate what's good and evil, but it has to learn from specific situations, and I didn't realize this. I would always think that I would have to fix. If I just realize, okay, I messed up here, my behavior was bad, and now if I just, start doing things differently, I'll be changed man. And I would think this. I'll give one example. I don't know. I would, in past, I would comment a lot on other people. I would comment how someone's looking, how someone's acting, and this mostly came from my own insecurities, putting down others to uplift yourself. But okay, then I learned that, and I was like, great, I fixed this. But then similar problems started to show, in other parts of life. For example, I noticed that I kind of felt I had like body dysmorphia because I constantly felt like everyone was judging me or whatever. So that's how the same problem appeared in another thing. It is not fixed by just fixing one thing. So my main point, what I'm saying here, is that if you are feeling overwhelmed and tired of having similar problems all the time, it's just how sometimes it has to be, and you will fail 100 different times, but that on 101st time you will finally get rid of that problem that has been bothering you. And then as life is, you'll find something new. But that's a good sign. As long as you're having new problems, that means you're actively moving in your life. That means you're actively trying to be the best that you can be. For someone who just has the same problems, for someone who's just, cruising through life without having a thought about these things that we talk about, they will not notice anything new. But you, a person who's trying to be the best, will notice. So don't be frustrated. That is life. You'll always find something new to worry about, and things that are greatly ingrained in you, be it from your childhood, upbringing, whatever you learned before, those things take a lot of time to fix or to improve. So don't be scared of that. Just keep going. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. If people who are near you don't understand it, they might not be the best people for you, because those people who are right will know that you're making mistakes, but they will also know that you're trying your best to not make these mistakes. And in terms of your own relationship with yourself, like I said, you have to be patient. You have to be really patient with yourself, and don't ever think you got to figure it out. That's where you make a mistake. You can feel a bit confident, okay, things are starting to work out, I'm feeling good in this, but then boom, a situation will arise where you will realize something different is bothering you, probably connected with the same problem. So live and learn, and you'll get there. Let's continue to lift. By the way, I apologize for being out of breath. Obviously I'm training, but that is the nature of this show. You know, not for everyone, but I really appreciate all of you who are here. So I'll keep this one rolling and do the second set. While I can understand people who say, you know, winter is so cool, winter arc, whatever. Look, see this. Last scene was completely fine, and now I'm in the dark. It's not even 5 p.m. Like, how can you, for someone who actually does want to do any work, how can you enjoy winter? It sucks. Obviously, I love the weather, I love everything, but the time, I just want to sleep, literally. So yeah. The kitten got me a cut, but I'll be fine. Anyways, let's finish this back off set and go towards the AD press, dumbbell AD press. Perfect. You know, they say sometimes that getting to the gym is enough. You'll have the days and periods where you feel so overwhelmed, but doing those small things for yourself is necessary to keep you from completely falling off, you know. Lately I've been dealing with some stuff, personal issues, and having to train almost every day, you know, now MMA, stuff like that, it really just keeps me going, keeps me in this kind of routine to not completely fall off. And if you are in a spot where you're literally just thinking about gym, or just thinking about your work or your art or whatever you're creating, that is fine. Balance is not what everyone would think it is, you know. It's not this thing where you have 1 hour for this, 1 hour for that. Sometimes balance is found in extremes, and you need to go to the extremes in order, you know, to kind of then let go of the gas and focus on other things. But mental health is a very tricky thing, and you mustn't force necessarily everything. You must sometimes get yourself to do things because action equals emotion, not emotion equals action, you know, in sense of self-improvement. But be careful that you have just a bit more patience with yourself. And even though every day is a blessing and tomorrow is not promised, you must be careful not to overburn, to not get so overwhelmed that you stop doing everything. So just keep going through the motions, and through that things will start to reveal themselves, and you will realize, okay, now I can focus more on this and that. So let's lift. As I'm already recording for longer than around 1 hour, I believe, I'll now just lift a bit, show you the clips, not all of them, so it's not boring, and might come back to say a few more words. But yeah, we got a lot more workouts, or rather exercises to complete, so I'll talk to you soon. Alright, now it's time to give my delts some more love. We're gonna do some lateral raises. Don't really do these a lot. I mostly do low raises, as they are helpful for my shoulders, you know, better for the health. But can't go wrong with laterals. I mean, the OG mass builders. And I'm not trained to be a bodybuilder or strongman or powerlifter, I'm whatever. But who doesn't like jacked shoulders? That being said, this will not get you so jacked. Heavy overhead press will. Oh, I don't want to be too weak in anything, you know, so let's go. So unfortunately, I ended up having some work tonight and won't be able to do the full upper day, but that's okay. I'll just switch it up and do pull tomorrow and legs 2 days after that, which I'm fine with, you know. I'm still getting adjusted to the MMA, so I did 3 times, like I said, this week, which is very hard on legs. So honestly, I'm fine with it, completely fine. And that's one of the benefits of training like this. Even though I'm doing upper day, I'm not mixing push and then pull exercises. I'm fully focusing first on push and then on pull. Just easier on my mentally. Like I've tried both ways, and I mean the pump you get from alternating chest, back, shoulders, back is great. But like this, you can specialize more in the movement you want, you know. And that's, for me, is now the bench or the floor press, whatever you'd like to call it. So I've got triceps extensions next, and that will be it. So let's get. So my friends, when you are moving weights, the most functional exercise in the world is the zercher lifts. So instead of grabbing this or even re-racking the weights, I mean, who does that? I mean, you're not a beta male, right? You simply zercher it. And not only that, but then you zercher shrug it. Simple as. Anyways, let's be honest, like, my triceps are fried at this point. And like, they've always been my weak point. They've always been very weak. But because of the close grip benches, incline bench, floor presses, and just doing this, honestly, they become like a strong point. So I'm quite pleased with the strength on these, but I feel that I'm quite depleted right now. So I'm not gonna go crazy as I usually do, but still gonna hit failure. You know, technique probably won't be 100% right as well. But this place, this channel, I'm not quite science-based. I'm more of like, I decide what I'm gonna lift and I'm gonna make hip. Simple as intuition. So yeah, you train how you like to train, but this is how we train in my gym. So this was almost an accident here as well. I don't know if you can see. All right, this is good. And yeah, this pulley, my friends, I don't know if I mentioned it already because I had to delete one take, but it's 1-on-1 pulley. It's real weight. So if I'm lifting here 40 kilograms, trust me, I feel it. All right, let's go. Almost got knocked out. Did you see that? All right, we got one more set. But I'm going to talk to you a bit before that set. So my dear friends, you know, if you're training, if you're not, whatever, I cannot express how valuable it is, how important it is to be even more humble as you do the good things, you know. As you get better habits, you will gain more confidence. You will just feel better because doing good equals feeling good. But it's very important not to get lost in the sauce, as they say, you know. Also, I want to address the looks maxing, all of these community stuff like that. It gets to the point of being very extreme, like doing all of these exercises for your face, for your hair, you know, just being so obsessed with these looks that it's so ridiculous. Like you end up being more feminine than you were before because you're so insecure about these things. So much attention and hours of your day go into how you look, you know. Then you end up being having such a bland personality that no people are interested at, and being very narcissistic and being like I said, cocky, arrogant. The more you improve, the more humble you should be, the more down to earth you should be. The bigger you are, the more smaller you need to act. Because if you start, you know, oh, look at me, I'm this guy, this, that, you lose all the respect that you would gain from people who would just look at you and be like, oh my god, look at this guy, you know, he's doing well. Being kind, being full of love is the biggest thing you can have, and one of the most important attributes you can have as a human being. Just kind, humble, loving. So don't forget that. No matter where you are at in your journey, you must always stay true to the roots, you know. Everyone is starting out at some point. Everyone's going through a phase. Don't judge them, but help them out. You know, you could have been that guy who was doing drugs, who was gambling, whatever, you know. And you know that you're not improved, and you come to them and laugh at them. You're not improved. You just have an exterior shell that looks good, but inside you're even worse off. So be careful of them, my friends. And lastly, all of this, you know, all this can go away. Everything can be taken, all the garments, all the things that you own can be taken away, but not your soul. Nobody can take your soul. That will always remain. And so make sure you build it through stuff like this, through pain, through problems in life, and let it be more and more beautiful to it, instead of more and more bitter and like, oh, look at me, you know, I'm this tough guy. Or be like, oh, I had to go through all of this, you know, I'm so unlucky. Everything in life is to make you better, but you just choose how it's going to make you better. A better asshole or a better human being. Last set, I'll record this one, and that'll be it, my friends. You know, you might think I'm not in good shape, but trust me, these work your core because you don't have anything to brace against. And yeah, anyways, thank you for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. These things really mean a lot because then YouTube starts recommending this to other people. And please, if you have, give me some questions. I love to talk about some topics you guys are interested in. So that's it. God bless and much love. Alright, but I have to record this. Look at this. Looks beautiful.